Durag Diaries. Manchester United are building one of the best attacks in the league. We cannot ignore this. The new £200 million attack is going to be extremely dangerous next season. They have now confirmed the third addition to that attack. The number 9, the striker, Benjamin Sesko, has reached total agreement with Manchester United on personal terms. Contract until June 2030. Sesko wants to join United. Clear feeling revealed yesterday here, never gave similar indication to other clubs. One club-to-club talks with RB Leipzig to continue to agree a deal. Now, what we're seeing here is Manchester United just show Newcastle where they are in the food chain. We've spoken about this so often recently, and Newcastle are quickly understanding they are not high up the food chain. You are not one of the top predators in this jungle. You're way down in the mid, bro. You're way down amidst everybody else. And they are struggling to find their Isaac replacement. But let's focus on Manchester United for a second. Because the player they're getting, let's not say he's the one that's going to transform their attack. He's not. He's still very young, 22 years of age. Last season, scoring 13 goals in 33 games. Had a more impressive season before that, scoring, I believe, 16 goals in just as many games, or 14 goals, sorry, I should say. But he's a player that his all-round game is so much better than that of Højlund's. You can already tell the impact he's going to have coming into that front line, playing next to Mbomo and Cunha. Last season, watching Mbomo and Cunha for their respective clubs in Wolves and Brentford, it was clear to see that their creative output is second to none in this league. Mbomo having over 25 GA in just the Premier League last season, and Cunha having over 20 GA in the Premier League last season, both scoring 15 plus goals in the league. So you can already tell their danger and their threat through that. But now they're coming to Manchester United, where they're going to have a better players around them. Their defense is going to be a lot better. So they're not going to have to be working so hard defensively, especially with Amorim playing with his back five. They've got plenty of players behind them doing that dog work. On top of that, they then now combine with an actual proper number 10. And now that's not no disrespect to Damsgaard, because he had a very good season at Brentford. But to now have Bruno behind you, when you've got Mbomo, Cunha, and Sesko, 3 players who are quite very direct. When I look at this team, I'm just thinking about in the transition how dangerous they're gonna be. Mbomo bombing down the right channel, Cunha bombing down the left channel, and then you got Sesko probably dropping in and being the hold-up player, the one that they probably need. They've tried to do it with Højlund, but he tends to get bullied, tends to get thrown around a lot. Now with Sesko, he's that player who's a little bit stronger. He uses his body. He's tall, 6'3". He's gonna lean into a defender. He's going to try to receive that ball into his chest or receive it on the floor to his feet, so he can then roll it out to one of the other two and then combine with them to create a goal. But I think the biggest thing here and where they improve so much is connecting the dots in that front three. Last season, with the amount of different combinations they played with, whether it was Mount, Højlund, Xerxes, Garnacho, Ahmad, Rashford, Garnacho, whichever player played in that forward three, and whichever trio it was, the link up and the chemistry was just, them man were playing like Ultimate Team on Orange chemistry, blood. Like there was no connections. Like neither of them knew each other. They didn't know how to play with each other. It was just all wrong. It was just all wrong. But now you've got Sesko, who, for me, whenever I've watched him play, let me just say this, yeah, I don't think his finishing is that great. I don't. I think he does struggle in front of goals. There's been a few times where you watch him burst through in behind, and you're just waiting for him for the ball to ripple the net like he has done so many other times. You know, his ball striking can be a problem at times. If you see some of the goals he scored, some of the long distance, but also the close goals, My man does that 89, 99 shot power thing like Gyökeres, and the ball striking looks good. But then sometimes when he gets too much time to think and he's slowing it down, and he's right in front of the goalkeeper, he tends to miss. He tends to make the wrong decisions, tends to put it wide of the goal or place it right at the goalkeeper. Now, at Manchester United, you can't do that. You just can't allow that to happen, because you're looking at a case of when you miss that chance is going to be on repeat for the next whole 2, 3, 4 weeks. The pressure's going to be crazy. Man United fans are going to be repeating that one all over social media. The rival fans are going to be cooking you for that one. It's just that little bit of different pressure. So he's going to have to know that coming into this Manchester United team, you've got to change it up. You've got to be a little bit more clinical. You've got to deal with that pressure better. But I think he will. I feel like Sesko's ready for this move. And although, I did go on paper to say I think Newcastle would be the better move for him, for his growth. Just seeing what Eddie Howe's done with Isak over the last couple of years, maybe playing with a team that have a little bit less pressure, where that can be a stepping stone for your next step. That could be a Man United, Liverpool, or even a bigger club abroad. I still think that he's ready for this move at Manchester United. And I think him, with the combination, with the experience next to him in Mbeumo and Cunha, this attack is going to be extremely dangerous last season, because that was their biggest problem last year. Man United's problem was their attack. Yes, defensively, they did concede goals and they were a bit poor at times. Amorim just couldn't make it work going forward. He could not find the right trend. He didn't have the right players at his disposal, with all due respect. So now Manchester United are going to be a team to watch out for. They're going to be a team that are going to score a lot of goals. And looking at this attack, just all three of them, I'm saying that they have to get 40 goals between them. Minimum. That's more goals than each of the players scored last season. Less goals than each of the players scored last season. All I'm asking for is 15 from Cunha, 15 from Mbeumo, and 10 from Sesko. That's all I'm asking for. So this attack has to go out there, do the business, and let's see, 40 goals, can they get it? I think it's very achievable. And looking at these players, I don't see a reason why not. But people, we need to make sure we're watching Man United, because they're making some dangerous and some good signings right now. They're spending money, £200 million on a new attack. Tottenham have only spent 55 million on our attack. Things aren't looking good. We beat them in the Europa League final, but who was the true winners? It's not looking like us right now. It's really not. But hey, people, look, big up to everyone checking in for another video. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. We're on the road to 4K, real close. On the road to 5K, I should say. Real close to 4K. We're on like 3.4 nearly. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tap the post notification bell to stay up to date with everything Durag Diaries. And until next time, it's your boy Durag Diaries.